Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we are recreating a makeup look that I saw on the official Chanel Instagram page. This is their backstage makeup look for the fall winter 2021 collection. But before we go any further, let's take a second to grab our iced coffee or a hot coffee. Let's take a sip and let's get started. It's hard to imagine that fashion houses are already preparing for fall winter of next season, but I guess that's how fashion rolls. Now, this is a makeup look that Lucia Pica created for the runway, and she also posted a photo of several of the makeup items used. I have most of them, but I'm also going to go ahead and take some liberties with today's video because I want to make sure it's very wearable. Although I feel like the finished look of the runway show was very wearable, very everyday, which I found surprising because oftentimes with runway shows, the makeup is runway, you know, it's very editorial, but today's look is very everyday, soft, and neutral. But the first liberty that I'm taking with the look is using the Chanel Hydra Beauty Essence Mist. I'm just gonna go ahead and spray this on my face just to be extra and bougie. It just feels very nice and refreshing. So the first step they did was filling in the eyebrows. Now I do have a couple Chanel eyebrow products, but my Stylo Sourcil, the waterproof liner here, is on its last breath. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to use this. But if I cannot, I'm gonna go ahead and use this Dior Brow Styler. I know it feels like sacrilege combining both brands together, but we'll see what we can do. Now in the video, Lucia Pica actually went ahead and used a brow gel first to brush up the brows and then fill them in afterwards. I'm gonna go ahead and use a brow gel first as well. This is Le Gel Sourcil in number 370 brown. I think the risk you take when you use a colored gel product is that you run the risk of putting it on your skin as well. Okay, let's see how much we can get out of this product here. In the video, Lucia Pica looked to have used a few different brow products. She didn't use the new eyebrow collection. I know there's a few new eyebrow palettes out, but she used, I think, what looked like just a regular pencil that you sharpen for brows, and then used something like this at the top here just to flick it out. But the entire aesthetic of that makeup look once it was finished was very much like no makeup look, your skin but better, and so your eyebrows but better. This eyebrow is very natural and very full, but there's still some definition that there wasn't there before. Moving on to eyebrow number 2, I think it's very important that we remember that eyebrows are sisters, not twins. They should look a little bit related, but not identical. Although some mornings I struggle so poorly with eyebrows that they don't even look like they're on the same family tree. Okay, so the next liberty I'm going to take is add a bit of eyeshadow primer here because there is a bit of eyeshadow work later, and I know they didn't show this in the video, but eyeshadow primer is always necessary. This is the NARS eyeshadow primer base. Now for the eye, it is very simple and natural. Lucia Pica used one of these Stylo Ombre contour liners. I have the number 36 contour mauve. I'm not sure it's the correct shade, but we're gonna go ahead and play with it anyway. So what she did is she created some sort of like cat eye effect here where she smudged color and then went into like a half moon shape here and then blended that out. In the backstage video, there were several models and some of them, their makeup looked a little bit different, just more intense. Not different in different style, but some of the models, their makeup looked more intense. So I'm not sure if she went in with an eyeshadow powder over top for some of them. We'll see. It was something along the lines of this shape here, and then she used a few different brushes to blend it out. Now my liner here is very light, so I'm going to go ahead and use a little bit of powder shadow just to intensify it just a little bit. I'm going to go into my palette called Contour et Expérience. This has been one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes from Chanel in a very, very long time. I'm going to go into the lightest color in the palette here, and I'm just going to take it over where I placed that liner prior. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the second eye. And doing the same thing as before, and just taking that light powder and placing it over top of the liner here. Now I'm taking that same liner and tracing it under the bottom lashes as well. And then I'm going to go ahead and follow the same technique as before and just buff this out and add a little bit of powder on the bottom too. I want this to be just the slightest more intense, so I'm going to go ahead and dip into this brown here and just very lightly bring it into the crease. Okay, so for the complexion, Lucia Pica used the Water Fresh Tint, which I'm so happy about because it's one of my favorite Chanel complexion products that they've come out with in a very long time. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this. I am in the shade called Medium. And the way to use this is to put some on the back of your hand, break it up, and then apply it. So also for the complexion, we saw this palette Essentiel a whole lot in this video. She had basically all of them and kept like intermixing them, like using this blush and this highlighter, etc. I have the shade 160 Beige Medium. So I'm going to go ahead and use this for my concealer, blush, and also highlighter. For the palette, I actually prefer to just go in with my finger. I'm just taking a little bit of it here, just on the inner corner, just to brighten up the eye look. Now I'm going to go ahead and use another Liberty. I'm going to go into my Chanel Beige Healthy Glow Powder number 20 just to set my face. We didn't see this explicitly in the video, but one can only assume that she would set the models' faces with some powder because when you do a runway, there's a lot of heavy lights and you know, you want to make sure the makeup stays in place. So I'm going to go ahead and use this powder here. Now I'm going to go ahead and use the blush from the palette as well. So the blush is another area where there was a degree of variance. Some of the models, their blush was basically invisible, and some of them, the blush was the main focus. So I don't know why that was. Maybe it was the different outfits that they had on, but just something to keep in mind. And for the highlighter, I know she used the Baume Essentiel, which I do not have. So again, I'm going to go into my Palette Essentielle. And then for the mascara, Lucia Pica used what I believe is the new Volume Stretch Mascara, which I happen to have. So let's go ahead and do that. So for the lip gloss, they used this beautiful gloss in a blue tube. I remember when this came out, I thought, what? But this is really just a clear lip gloss with a bit of a, I think it has a minty scent or minty tingling effect, or possibly not at all. I don't know. It just looks really cool. I think it's equally cool and intimidating when you see a blue lip gloss, but I do not have that. I do, however, have a Dior Lip Maximizer. Again, I am being very controversial by mixing Dior and Chanel in the same video. Oh my. But I'm going to go ahead and use this because all we need is really just a clear gloss. This Lip Maximizer is in the shade 001. Now to finish off the look, I am taking one final liberty. I'm going to go ahead and use this Coco Noir hair mist. This is not in the Lucia Pica video whatsoever. However, I just think that Coco Noir is such an iconic fragrance, especially for winter and fall, so why not? So there you guys go. This is my take on the Chanel Backstage look for the Fall Winter 2021 collection. I think that this look is really pretty. It's very natural. It's really like your skin, but better in so many ways. The eye look is very natural, very soft. This could be like a quick, easy weekend makeup look. I mean, this is really up to your interpretation for what you use. I used the Water Fresh Tint. You could use a full foundation. You could use a different type of like CC cream or BB cream. It's really up to you. And again, I'm just very impressed that this runway look is so wearable, because so many runway looks are not at all wearable for every day. But I think this is just gorgeous. I think using cream products for blush and highlighter just makes you look more youthful and dewy and luminous, and I think it's a really nice look. So let me know down in the comments what you guys think of today's video. If you are new to my channel, whenever I get a new collection, I create several different makeup looks with the same products. So if you are someone who likes lots of tutorials, if you want someone to show you how to use the same eyeshadow palette 5 different ways, that is me. I am your girl. So please like, comment, and also subscribe. Those all help my channel grow. If ever you see other makeup looks on Instagram or YouTube you want me to recreate, please leave them down below in the comment section. All right, guys, this is all I have for you guys for today. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.